and you can sign it online. Before we start, do you have any questions now?
No.
Okay, if you don't have what? Okay, if you don't have any questions, today we are going to create some teapot modeling. I have lectures from the previous year, and also I can share with you the link in our Telegram group. In this Telegram group, I will share you with links on the lectures, and also this one will be recorded in Teams, and later I will submit this lecture in the YouTube too. Okay, today we are going to continue learn how to model some simple objects. Previously on the lecture 1 we created some simple objects like a table, chair, and now we are going to create some more complicated objects such as a teapot. While my is open, for the teapot we also need to find some reference. Now we are going to model our objects by using some reference. Let's find and choose some teapot for modeling process. I think today we can create something like this. In the previous year we created this teapot, and also you can watch tutorials in Russian. This one was from the previous year, and also you can watch tutorials and see how it was created. For your reference, I suggested you to choose some front view of this teapot. For example, this one is also looks good. This one, you can use my reference also, but don't choose some kind of reference like this, because for the beginning it's difficult to model through this perspective view of this reference. Better use this more front view. Every of you should choose their own reference, and you also can choose my reference. Some of you can choose the same reference, but you all need to submit to the teams your chosen reference, your Maya file or Blender file, and screenshot from your work. Later in the teams we will create the assignment and you can submit into this assignment. Previously some of you asked me some questions. If Dmitry create assignment, it's not only for the first group, it's assignment for both groups, and you can upload your models into the assignment. Whatever me or Dmitry created this task, this is task for everyone. Okay, my Maya is open and we can start to work with our reference. First of all, I need to save this reference into maybe my folder or desktop. Better to keep your works in one folder. For example, I need to Teapot folder, and I will keep all of this teapot in one folder, because when we are going to work later with the textures, Maya don't collect textures into the file. Maya can collect only links to this file. That's why better uh, to keep materials which you use in the project in one folder. And you can, if you want to open your project on the different computer, it's easy. It will be easy to collect materials and move to another computer. That's why I'm creating this folder and attaching my reference into this folder. After that, I will save my file in this folder too. Let's find the necessary folder. Where is Teapot? Here. It will be my model. And now we're ready to start. Let's go to the front view or side view of this project and maximize this view by pressing space on the keyboard, and I will attach image plane into this front or side view. Let's go to our folder Teapot and find this reference. Now we can see in Maya I can use this image and according to these guidelines create my model. Also, this image plane can be moved. I can move this somewhere far from my center, and in the channel box in layer editor I have display here, and here we can create new layer for this reference image. We can delete this layer. We can select our image plane and create new layer with and assign selected object on this layer. By using this layer, we can switch on or switch off some objects which is in this layer, and also we can change it on the air, and this air, it means we can't select this image plane. It's when you model a lot, it's difficult when your image plane was suddenly moved around. That's why we should keep this image plane in the not reductible layer. When we finished, we can start with the primitives. First of all, when you want to model something, think about its shape. From which primitive shape it consists. For example, table consists of cube. Our teapot consists of sphere. And we can create the sphere now. We can scale this sphere and precise around this our image plane. For example, if our image is not on the center, we can uncheck this image plane and move it a little bit in the center. Now we have this cup and we have this bold line in the center. It's easy now to create the better and symmetrical model. I'm not going to move this object around. I will keep it in the center of translate x axis. Okay, let's scale it a little bit more. For better work in the side view, we can switch X-ray shading. With this X-ray shading, for example, here we have our front view, we have image, and we can look through X-ray from the objects that we created. And now we can see and repeat this model around this object. And now we can precise our teapot around this reference image. I think something like this will better. If your image is not exactly in the front view, you can make it not exactly precise, but almost. This reference image only for your proportions and scales, and it's easy to replicate this model when we have reference in the stand. But you can keep it not exactly precise to this image. You can use the central line and make the symmetrical object only, and keep this sphere like a sphere. When I scale it, I'm scaling it only in this axis. I'm not scaling it like this. We have the teapot. We understand this shape, that the teapot has spherical shape, and we should keep this shape. After that, I'm going to change my bottom view of this teapot. I can create, I can cut my shape and create the bottom of this teapot. Let's select and understand where is our bottom line. I think this one will be our bottom line. I will delete this part of the object, and now we need to fill this and close this hole of our teapot. There is different ways how we can close this teapot. Some of them can be complicated, some of them can be easy, but we should keep this model with 4 side squares, and that's why I will use my method for this modeling. I will fill hole this gap. Where is fill hole? In the mesh I have this one. We can fill hole of these objects, but now we have one face with a lot of vertices. We should cut them into correct shape, correct wireframes. I forgot. Корректная сетка, то есть должна быть сетка из четырехугольников. Sorry for my English. For cutting this face, I can use multi-cut tool. We can find this multi-cut tool by pressing Shift and right mouse button. This multi-cut tool helps us to create edges between vertices, between selected vertices. Instead of using Insert Edge Loop tool, we can cut this model how we want. We can select central lines and cut them into 4 pieces according to these guidelines of our grid. Next, I'm going to connect the pairs of edges, the pairs of vertices. And now we have 4-sided squares in the bottom of this line. One by one, we created these 4-sided squares. Something like this. We can even connect them more, and if we connect them more, we will have triangles, small triangles here. I think we can keep these small triangles to provide the symmetrical shape of this bottom line. The next, when you're finished with multi-cut, please press Q on the keyboard to come back to the selection mode. and we need to fix this hard edge here. We can use another tool which is called bevel. Bevel tool you can find here, or you can find in the edit mesh and bevel. Bevel creates some fractions between faces. We can change the segments, we can change the fraction, and now you can see this is small smooth corner of this hard edge. We can use two segments here to provide interesting and more quality end of this part. And also this bottom line depends on your reference. You should look carefully on your reference and see how bottom line is created. If you have this small step here, you can use scale tool and decrease this line to provide this small bottom of this teapot. But when you use scale mode, please use the center around this axis. And if you use, for example, only blue axis, from the different sides you will not have symmetrical effect. If you use the central square, you can use scale around all of this axis, and it will be more spherical effect here. For example, I can move it a little bit here, and also I can scale it even more. And by using this move and scale process, we can create this small step. But here we can also move it a little bit and scale it more to provide a nice effect of this shading. Okay, we've done with the bottom line, and here we have squares on the bottom. When we press 3 on the keyboard, 3, it means we smooth our lines. For every piece of model, we have subdivisions. We can start with the low poly, and after that apply some subdivisions to provide more polygons. More polygons we have, more detailed model we have. And 3 is on the keyboard. It's like a preview for the smooth shading mode. It's not already shaded object, it's like a preview. When we press 1 on the keyboard, we come back to our original model with low poly. When we finished our model, this model is really smooth with the round objects. We can use some tool for the smoothing something. If we press the smooth, we will divide this model into a lot of polygons. Let's go back to the first mode, and we can create the smooth model from this one later. Okay, the next step what we can create is the bottom part of this object. We can make same for the cup of this object. First of all, maybe I will save this model and start to cut our upper part of this object. Let's understand where we have to start our cup. I think from this one, and I will delete all objects above. When I press double click with the shift, I can select the ring of these faces or edges. I'm just selecting one with the shift second and double click on the second, and after that I can ring selection all of these round faces. If I have border edge and without any faces here, I can only double click on these edges and I will select all of them. After that, I'm going to create some extrude from them. In the extrude, we have some different settings. If I move this line, this arrow, like this, my cup will be not like on the reference. That's why I'm Ctrl Z from them. I need to change this pivot to put this gizmo into the center of the object. We can switch between this edge and in the center of selected edges. And when my gizmo in the center, I can move this extrude a little bit above, like this. Now we have almost the same like in the our reference. Next, I need to create another extrude and put I can create extrude again, and now I can use this line to provide some thickness of this object. For example, we don't have objects with one face sequence. When we model some objects, we need to think about its structure. We can create some thickness by using this extrude tool, little bit inside. And again, we can create extrude and put this inside. Now we have imitation of this thickness. We don't see what we have in the teapot. We have cup, but we have to imitate this sequence inside a little bit. When the cup is a little bit above, we will see this inside line. That's why I will add some thickness here. And also, if you want to provide some more bevel effect here, we can use some bevel around these corners. But first, I will suggest you to use to create some basic structure first. After that, you will apply some details and create some bevels in the end of this model. Because if you are new in the modeling process, it's easy to create the basic shape first. After that, you will add some details. If you achieve good proportions and happy with your model, you can add some details and not spend much time on detailing first when you just put in some objects here. Just start with the basic shape, and after that we will continue do some applying some more details here. Okay, next we are going to move and create some object here. We need to understand how we can use different tools to achieve some result. We can use extrude to create this holder of this cup. But first we need to understand where we can from which faces we can do some parts. Here here I'm going to create some I will understand from which faces I can create this part of handler. In the previous year's lectures, I was used some methods but also in the from the sphere we can create some bottom lines. We can cut our cups here, and next we need to create our handler. We can create the same object by using different tools. There is a lot of methods how we can create some of them. You can also watch tutorials from the previous year and use some of them. Use tips from these tutorials. I remember how it was. Okay, maybe we will use the same method today. Okay, we can start from the handle or from the nose of this teapot. Let's first, I think, start with the nose. I'm using some tips and tricks in Maya with extrude. Now we have direction for this extrude. We can use faces from this teapot and extrude them along this direction. To create this direction, we can use some curve tool. And in the front view, we can create this curve direction. For example, if you have teapot with some interesting angles, you can also use this curve line to provide this direction of teapot by using this curve. We created a simple curve. With this control vertex we can change the position of this curve. Curve should be in the center of this nose. The start of the curve when we in control vertex looks like squares. Squares and start of the curve should be in our teapot. End should be in the end of this nose. Now we can use extrude along the curve. This method can be used by selecting necessary faces for extrusion. We should select the area of faces where we have our teapot starts. Maybe something like this. We should select this area. It's 8 faces, and then select with the shift selection this curve, and let's go to our extrude mode. Now we have this extrude translation. We can increase these divisions. By increasing these divisions, we have this around this interesting effect, this curve. And in the end of this poly extrude face, we have taper. With this taper, we can increase and make it more like nose of this teapot. With these small steps, we can create the shape of nose of this teapot by using these easy steps. I'm using these tips and tricks to provide the basic shape of this nose. Another method, you can extrude these faces one by one and provide this nose the same. The second method, I think, what we can do before extrusion, we can make some extrude inside. Let's switch to the scale mode, and scale it a little bit, something like this. More smaller area inside. It helps you to keep your construction of teapot without any changes. And inside of this extrude, we can change position of these vertices a little bit. How we can change it? It's more advanced modeling. We can go to the tool settings and change orientation of this move tool to the component. When you change orientation axis, your gizmo also can change. And now we can move it one. I think we need symmetry here. Or maybe we can change it to the normal. With the normal we can use this tool, something like this, and make some more accurate position for these vertices. It's like we have to shape our nose before we extrude it along the curve. And we can use this method, and we can use the scale to provide this starting point. I think it's a little bit difficult for understanding, but when you understand why we do it right now, it will keep your and save your time after in the modeling. We're selecting these two faces and using scale to make some symmetrical scale around this axis. Why I'm putting and starting this nose in the center of the axis? Because my model have axis orientation, and this gizmo also has axis orientation, and it's easier to work when you start nose in the center of the axis. That's why I'm starting like this. I'm just keeping this shape at the beginning and rearrange my vertices a little bit to provide this spherical view of this teapot at the beginning. In the scale, I can also change the scale of this object. Now we have almost sphere at the end. And also, why we make extrude before this scaling? Now we have around this modification, we have this construction, and we keep these faces without any changes to provide our spherical teapot. That's why we've done these manipulations. I hope my recording is in progress. Okay, again, we're selecting this area of faces and selecting with the shift select our curve, and let's make extrude. Now our extrude much better now. We can create some more divisions here, maybe something like this. Keep it low poly. Don't apply much subdivisions here. It's better to keep only 3 or 4 divisions in this case. And at the end we also use some taper. And now we have with the one small, when we set up our extrusion before extrusion, now we have already done with this nose. We can continue rearrange some vertices, but now it's much better than previously. It's done almost by 10 minutes. But I understand this vertex rearranging, it's a little bit difficult. That's why you need to more practice and understand how vertex is going and how the shape is going. Don't miss up this stage. Okay, when you finished with the curve, with extrusion you can change the curve position. When we select the curve, we can control vertex, and even in this step we can change and fix something if it's not fixed. You can make some more changes here, or maybe if it's done, you can go and delete history, or maybe if we delete curve, we also delete our construction. When you finished, you can go and delete type by history. Now this curve is not affected on this model, and we can continue work. The next, we should use some bevel here, maybe later. Now we need to change the position of these faces to provide accurate position of this nose. We can use some rotation tool and rotate only around this axis. Don't use some rotation, something like this. Select one axis and rotate slightly. When it's done, we can scale it a little bit, and we can rescale it like in the plate. And also we can move this. Where is move tool? Don't forget about the tool settings. If you use normal, you can change it to the object, or reset tool to the original settings. In the tool settings, we can change settings of every tool that you use. Now I think we can put positions of these noses. And next, what I'm going to do, I can select every step of this extrusion and use some scale. And I'm using the center of the scale, and I can change the thickness of this model and manipulate with these positions. Also, what we can change, we can use another interesting tool which is not used in the previous lectures. This is a new one. We can use slide tool. Slide tool creates when we select move tool and press shift and control at the same time. Now you can see my selector is have tag like slide. When I use this slide, we can move it, or maybe one by one, not at the same time. I can press shift and control and little bit slide it in the center. If we see, instead of the right side and left side, when we put when we want to keep this more accurate, we can use this slide tool. We can use move tool, but when we move tool, the position can be some difficult to. We need to also put it. Use different lines to provide the same result. But if we have but if we use this slide tool, I'm selecting only this one. Control Shift and at the same time, and using this arrow. And now it's like a sliding around this shape. And also we can move it a little bit like this. If you're shading, sorry, if we move something, we also have to move our central line. Check every, from different angles, you should check your model and see the shape. When we use extrude, some of our edges is really hard and we can see them. We can smooth selected edges and make it more softer by using mesh display soften edge, and it can be more smooth in this situation because we have really smooth teapot. That's why we're creating this soften edge. When after extrude, sometimes some of these edges become hard, and we can fix it by this tool like soften edge, something like this. Now it's almost smooth. I'm not selecting every, but we can select entire edges and also can soften edge. It doesn't matter, the result almost the same because here we have soften edges. If you want to make some edges hard, you can select edge and make some hardened edge. And now the shading is more hard here. Let's Ctrl V, Ctrl Z, and go back to the soft selection. I think we've done, almost done with this nose. We can make some extrusion and same like here, and create this nose of our teapot. We can use some extrude tool, use some scale in this extrude, and scale it inside. We can use some different position. We can go to the object mode and move this vertex a little bit here to provide the same thickness of this part, and we can delete these edges and select border edges of this teapot part and make some extrude by using this blue arrow. Or maybe we can move it a little bit like this. And now we have this teapot inside. We can move it. Now we have these details. If this thickness is really small, you can change it with the scale tool. Scale. Okay, we have done with this nose. Let's check the position. If you're not agree with the position and want to change something, you can select with the vertex mode this part. Let's go back to this view, and we can move it a little bit. We can move this entire edges a little bit like this, And now we have almost looks like in the reference. Next I'm going to add some details here later. We just providing some basic shape of this teapot. The next step, we are going to create this handle of this teapot. For these handles I need more faces. I'm going to use some bridge along, I think I forgot how it was in the previous year. We selected 4 faces, circulate them a little bit. The same with extrusion in the center. After that I will use circulate. Okay. Remember now. Okay, let's select the area for our handle. Let's select faces here. Find the position. Maybe this one will be better. This is for the first one and for the second one. We can make it one by one. Let's extrude the same into the center. We are going to extrude and create this handle for this case, and let's make new tool, circularize. With this circularized, sometimes we have problem with this. That's why I'm selected not the center. Sorry. We should use only center of our object. This one is center. Double check. You can check in the top view around this axis. Let's go back to the perspective view and make some extrude inside. We should understand the size of this object, maybe something like this. After extrusion, we should press Q on the keyboard to come back to the selection mode. And now we can use circularize tool. And this circularize tool is really harmful, I think. With the origin, we should rotate this a little bit and move it. And we should create the same for the bottom part. We need 4 faces because we need enough geometry to create this accurate handle. If I use maybe 2 or 1 face, it will be not so symmetrical and spherical. It can be more square. That's why I'm at the beginning use this manipulation with extrude and circularize. That's why there is a lot of steps on this stage to provide starting point for this case. Okay, let's create circularize. Maybe I have alignment not automatic. Oh, we have twist. We can twist it like this. Oh, it's better. You can use twist. And we have radial offset. Something like this. More precise and accurate. I think it's better. Okay, now we have these two parts for our handle. Okay, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this model. Also, you can duplicate your model to keep some reference. For example, this is our first stage. I can, with the Ctrl-H, hide this model, and after that I can make anything I want with this model because I have reserve copy of this. It's better to keep some reserve files inside Maya. And also we can use some bridge along the curve. We selected two these faces, and we need to find some bridge and open the settings. We have smooth path and we have smooth path plus curve. Inside of this handle we will have some curve. We can use bridge, but this curve inside of the model. I think we can change it with the settings. Something strange. Maybe maybe we can extrude it a little bit like this, and after that we can use some bridge. Mm. We just need to add some more divisions here, and also we have this tapper inside these divisions. And why we circularize before we do this bridge? Now, like with this nose, we already prepared the shape of this handle. And also we can select inside of this shape we have this curve. We can see this curve in also we can add some more divisions. We can select tools in the input of channel box and select here the inputs of some tools. And now we can go to this control vertices, and we have now enough construction geometry to move this handle. And also we can change the divisions. I'm selecting divisions by the size of my faces. For example, if I have big faces here, here I also should keep the same dimension of these faces. But if I have a lot of faces here, also we can put more divisions here. We're selecting the curve and selecting control vertices. And now we can change the shape of this handle. And also we can select sphere and change maybe taper. We can make it bigger or smaller. We can use our reference to see the scale of this object. Later I'm going to fix this part. Maybe we can delete these edges at the beginning because I need less geometry here to work with this geometry. Okay, when we've done with these steps, we have our proportions, we have our size, and now we can work on the details. Here we need to move it a little bit, and we can use our reference to make not the same but almost the same like on the reference, something like this. And also one by one we can move our vertex, but please keep this vertex symmetrically. Maybe something like this. And also we can select all of our objects and make some mesh display soften edge, and make some harden edge on different parts of this object where it's necessary. We need hardened edges here and here. Now we have this line, and what else? I think we need to fix this line too. By selecting some vertices, we can change its position and we can change the shape. Don't move something like this, only on the axis, and keep the central line. Okay, we have this one. Next step, we are going to create our cup of this teapot. For the cup, I'm going to use the second sphere. The cup is a different object, that's why we created another one with the same proportions and scale, and we can change it a little bit and precise, and using some our reference. Our reference is not exactly the same but almost the same, and we can cut this cup and deleting this half, not necessary half, and we can change the scale of the end of this cup. The cup should be put it inside, and we need to create another insert edge loop tool here. Open tool settings, it can be equal or relative distance. We need to add some one insert edge loop tool here. If you see the mouse has this manipulator. Press when you finish with the multicut, with insert edge loop tool or multicut, press Q on the keyboard, and your mouse become in the selection mode. Change the icon, and now we can work, continue work with this file. And I think we need to create another insert edge loop tool here. Make Q on the keyboard, and now we can scale it a little bit like this. Now we have cup. We created this cup, and we can select these faces and round them like this. And next step, we need to create another insert edge loop tool here and put this insert edge loop tool like this. We need to create almost same like in the reference, something like this. And also we can rescale our cup more. We can use some vertices and select entire vertices and scale them together like this, and move them together, and work with the edges, and we can bevel edges to make it more smooth with the fractions. Now we have this cup. I think the border should be a little bit more, and we can just a little bit up. We can scale and make some smooth lines. Can be some little bit smooth, and by scaling these lines we can achieve the shape of the cup. The second step will be creating this this small sphere. We can create it like an extrusion from these faces. We should select every faces here. And make some extrusion. I think it's almost the same. We have to create different extrusions here to provide this circle. First one is our foot of this circle. The second, when we extrude again, we can change manipulator to the center and make some scale and move it a little bit one. And again we should press extrude and use manipulator to the center and move it a little bit above. Again we can press extrude and go back to the center and move it a little bit like this. At the here I want to make some insert edge loop tool, and by using the scale I can create round surface. And here also I can use some bevel. And here I also can put insert edge loop tool. You can construct with the different tools, and by using scale and moving vertices you can create the sphere from the extrusion. And here you can also make some bridge tool and use some vertices here. And we can select all of these vertices, scale it a little bit, select the central one and move it a little bit above. And we can move and scale and create this sphere. And also we can make it even more round. Let's select every vertices and with the control and deselect, move it around our reference. Something like this. We can create the same with the extrude, with multicut, with bevel. But everything you need to understand is how to move edges and vertices to provide the shape. When you understand it, it will be easy to create every model that you want to model. And soften select, if you see hardened edges, you can select edges and go and make it soften edge. Now it's done. Let's save this result. Let's think about improvement of this model. We can add some more details here. At the nose, we can make some bevel at this stage. We can move with the slide this edge around, and it can be more smoother. I'm pressing Ctrl Shift at the same time, and now I can slide around these edges and provide something like this. And also we can again mesh display, soften edge. The same, we can make some bevel with the fractions here and segments. And also we can bevel this one. And again we can use soften edge to soften all of these edges. Okay, next what we can do, we can make some bevel in this top line. We can move our cup a little bit above and work with this upper part. We can select different loops with the shift selection and make bevel at the same time. And let's make some less fraction here. And we can also make some bevel line is here and make it more detailed. When you apply some details, now you can see this hardened edge here, and also we can use the same bevel here with the small fraction, and the geometry becomes more detailed. And also here we also can create some small bevel with the fractions. And again make some soften edge. And then even after soften edge, when we have some bevels, we have this detailed line. And in the what difference between the cup and the teapot with the bevel fractions? The upper part of the teapot becomes more detailed and accurate instead of our cup. Our cup is like a low poly, I think. If we add bevel on the corners with a small fraction, really small fraction, it becomes more production look like something like this, and we can put these details together and see the result. Okay, I think we've done with this teapot. We add a lot of details, and we have this part, cups, handle. We can also fix our bottom part, maybe with the scale, and make some hardened edge. Or maybe we can make it more close together like bevel, and the shading becomes more accurate here. The position of edges between together really depends on how the polygons will shade. If we have more closer edges between together, even we press 3 on the keyboard, it will be more hard on this. If we have a big расстояние, забыла как на английском. If they have distance, the big distance, it will be more smooth between these two edges, and you can manipulate with the distance of the edges and provide the shape of some models. Again, I have one preview of this shape. The teapot has 600 and almost 700 polygons. With the cup, we have cup with the one selection. We have almost 100 polygons for this teapot. If we press 3 on the keyboard in the smooth preview, now we have almost 20,000 of polygons. But the looks in this 3 mode more accurate because we have a lot of polygons for this preview. But if we come back to the low poly preview original shape, we have almost smooth looking, but with only 100 polygons, 1000 polygons for entire model. This model is not low poly, but almost middle poly count, and I think this poly counts is enough to provide the smooth shape of this model and keep all of these details. Even if you want to make some more smoother, you can subdivide this mesh. You can select both of these. I can duplicate this one, keep in the group. It will be my reserve low poly. I will hide this reserve low poly, and this one, when you finished with working, maybe I will keep this like reserve and hide. Shift H with unhide. When you press Shift H, you can unhide models from the outliner. And this will be our high poly. For this model, if you want to make it more smooth, you can go to Mesh and make some smooth with the division 1. And it becomes 2500 polygons. And we can also unhide our original low poly, and when we have a lot of polygons here, our shading of our handles connections looks more accurate and more smooth. But here we also have has some difficulties in this part. And also, if we compare two models with the subdivisions and without subdivisions, here we can see we don't have much details on this part, and if you smooth it, it will be more accurate. But we have the cheaper, the higher resolution and the smaller resolution of this model. If your model in the small resolution already looks fine, it means you made it good, and you can work and use this model in the games, or you can create normals map from the highest high poly model and apply to this low poly model, and it will look like high poly model. Something like this. The original idea. We shouldn't move our model when you use. Sorry. Let's go back and undo. We should delete history before the move. If you use extrude or bridge along the curve, you should delete history when you finish. Only when you finish. Now we have these two teapots. For your work, you don't need to create this smooth one. You can submit on this stage. We need to check result in this middle poly counts of surface. Don't smooth your object. It's like an example. Please create your teapot in this stage and submit your screenshots with where we can see your polygons, and where we can see how it shades, and also attach your Maya file or Blender file in assignment. Assignment will be submitted into the Teams soon. If Dmitry create assignment, you also can put your works into the assignment. We have, uh, we will create only one assignment for two groups whenever who creates the assignment. You can submit in the Teams. Um, I think we've done for today. Do you have any questions?
No.
No
I think
questions.
so.
Yeah.
Okay, we can stop recording and
Professor, I have a question. One question.
okay.
In a grades file, I see that there is a attempt. We have a test and practice, 20 points and 20 points. How it will work?
On the final exam?
Yes.
On the final exam, for example, we have 3 hours. First, 30 minutes will be test on this exam. After that, you will get some reference of, and you will start modeling on the exam. That's why we have two parts of our exam. It's like test. What test will be almost about interface of the Maya and the um, hotkeys of the Maya, the process of recreation, the models. Uh, test will be of our upons of our lectures, and if you choose Blender, on the Blender you will get also test by the Blender interface.
So there is a questions like what is a hotkey of something, and we need to know everything about it.
Not everything, only just what I covered through the lectures.
Mm,
We
seems
need
strange. Okay.
Mainly commonly used hotkeys.
we need to know hotkeys for Maya or for Blender.
Uh, when you use Blender, it will be tested by Blender. If
Okay.
you use Maya, you will get Maya test.
Okay. Okay.
And practice part will be you will get some reference. Reference will be about our second attestation. Our second attestation will be for game development. That's why on the practice you will get maybe some weapon or props for modeling. Only just model without texturing. You will create this model and show your result and get some marks. And also during the first attestation we will have some midterm. Midterm will be almost the same like our final exam. You will get some reference, but reference will be like kitchen stuff. For example, it can be teapot, it can be some coffee machine, or it can be some blenders. You will get some reference and also model during 2 hours of lectures. Only model. Something like this. For example, I got some reference like teapot. I model this reference. I model this teapot and submit like midterm, something like this. And according to this midterm, you will get some maximum 10 points. And our first task with the points will be teapot. You can model the same teapot as I choose, or you can find reference you like in the internet and use and model according to your chosen reference. In the Teams soon we will create assignment, and in this assignment you should submit your reference chosen Maya or Blender file and the screenshot from your work. Screenshot, it's like a preview of your work. It's easy to evaluate and check some details Uh, but the main you should submit your Maya file and or Blender file inside of the assignment.
Till what date do we pass our teapots?
We have a deadline, I think, second. We have 2nd of February, but you can also submit it before the practice and show your progress to Dmitry or ask some questions if you have. But hard deadline will be the next Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, I will stop recording now. And if you don't have any questions,